Welcome everybody back to DFW Linked, where we link you in with all entrepreneurs and business owners. I know y'all missed us over the week. We had to take a break, spend time with our families, eat that dry turkey. Well, we didn't just have turkey. We had some chicken, some collard greens. Well, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to make y'all hungry. I'm going to make myself hungry. But hopefully everybody had a happy holidays. We're back on track now, and today we have another special guest. He goes by the name of Luis. So Luis, I'm not going to present your business. I want you to present it, because it's an aggressive name and I love it. But I feel like you can say it better than me. What's the name of your business?
Madtown Garage.
Oh yes, y'all hear that? Madtown Garage. So can you enlighten us on what exactly that y'all do?
Yeah, we're a family-owned business, automotive industry, anything from engine work. Basically any custom work. If you want to get basically I go by the motto, you want a mad car, come to Madtown Garage. We make it right as far as engine work. We could even hook you up with paint work. Whatever you need, we get it done.
So y'all do all of that within your shop?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So did you go to school for any of this, or?
Ever since I was a little kid, I had a little passion for cars. Just ever since the Fast and the Furious movies, how it goes, Paint My Ride and stuff like that. Back in the days, I've always had a passion for cars and going fast. It's just I guess just the way of living, you call it. So ever since then, I just started doing it little by little, and then I actually was in automotive classes in school, welding classes, stuff like that, small engine, and it just went up from there. I left high school, went into an actual small shop, and then just changing oil and stuff, and then just went from there.
Changing oil to customizing trucks. That's a big step.
Yeah.
I mean that's actually good that you were still in the garage, because you're still working on cars, which is still your passion.
Yeah.
So let's get more into your childhood. Like, so when you were younger, when you playing with the little Hot Wheels,
we had everything. We had Hot Wheels. We had remote control cars. We had go-karts, you name it, And my dad always taught me too, you better hustle for what you want. So that's what we did. We would go out and, get he used to mow lawns. We had a little business going on, so we got that going on, and I would get some money, save up for a four-wheeler, stuff like that, just make it fast, then flip it and get something else. It's always been like that,
You made it fast, so you were already...
Yeah, I was just, messing with the carburetor, stuff like that, just little stuff that you think, you might, like you that you don't know about cars, you're like, you put in the turbo, but nah, just more fuel, more air, stuff like that, just...
Wow.
Yeah.
Something so small, but I feel like you still have to enjoy. You still have to know what you're doing, So that I commend you for that.
Yeah.
Doing that as a kid.
Yeah.
And now look at you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, we've been, how I told you, ever since, I don't know, and it's not like my dad has been in the automotive business or nothing. It's, I don't know, it just... Ever since I was little, I just like cars. That's it. I would see nice cars pass by. I knew the name of them, Lambos, Ferraris. I'll be like, oh, that's a Lambo, or, this and that. Or be watching Gas Monkey, watching Paint My Ride, shows like that, So I guess that attracted me a little bit more to it. And then all the movies, going fast and stuff like that helped it too, I guess. But yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I know you were the kid that I would hate to call the car out as it passes.
Right.
I'm like, that's a Lamborghini. Like, dang, can I get a chance to call it out? But that's unique. That just shows that you have a lot of love and compassion for what you're doing. And it seems like it's actually reflecting.
Yeah.
Like, we can see your progression. Like, when I first met you, you were in a small garage.
Yeah.
And now you elevated to, how many doors is it now? Is it two, three?
It's 2 bay doors, yeah.
2?
2,400 square feet, yeah.
So you're elevating.
Yeah. little by little, we're getting there, you know.
Right.
So I've been barely open for a couple months, but it's going. It's more than I expected. Yeah.
A couple of months.
Yeah.
So what actually made you decide on actually getting your own garage?
I mean, I always had that mentality. I always had the mentality to where I'm gonna have my own shop. You know, like I want my own shop. I like to do the work on the cars. I like to show people the work. I know I like to show out, you might call it. You know, put wheels on the truck. I mean, you seen my truck. You know, just
right.
Yeah,
souped up.
Yeah. So I mean, I've always been into it, and then ever since I got into cars. Or ever since I was little, I'll say it's just been on my mind. You know, I'm gonna have my own shop. I'm gonna have my own shop. And my own shop has just been in the back of my mind. And I went to small shops, dealerships here and there, and finally I said, you know what, saved up some money and pulled the trigger. That's it.
That's interesting. So you work for small shops. So I'm wondering, like, what was the time frame? Like, how long were you working for other shops?
Well, right now, I'm 25 years old. I'll be turning 26 in January. So as soon as I got out of high school, maybe, because I used to work like in food industry, you know, like when I was in high school, I just needed a part-time, you know, so
right.
We're just working at small restaurants, stuff like that. So once I got out of there, one of my close buddies that I met through cars, he was like, hey, we're hiring at some Quick Lube place. You know, you trying to come? Like, I know you know how to do this. I know you know how to do that. I was like, yeah, why not? So I went, and then from there, we just went from changing oil to maybe doing a couple tires to maybe changing belts. And then from there, we went to one of my buddies, I think it's his dad's uncle, had a shop. He invited me, hey, you don't want to learn a little bit more? Come over here. From there, we started actually taking off engines, heads, you know, getting to exhaust work, stuff like that. So then from there, actually, I mean, that was within, I'll say, maybe my senior year. Like, yeah.
Your senior year, you were doing all this?
Yeah. So I would have the restaurant, and then maybe in the weekends, I'll go a little bit over here to work at the Quick Lube place, and then I just finally called it quits. And then more towards the end of the senior year, when I was about to graduate, I went more towards the automotive. Like, I just quit the restaurant and just went to the automotive. So I was here and there, back and forth, doing little side jobs, breaks, stuff like that. So
right.
Yeah, and then from there, I could say maybe as soon as I graduated, I went full-time onto the shop, and I stayed maybe there for like a year or two. Maybe like a year and a half. Then I actually had my other buddy call me. He was like, hey, there's a position opening at a Chevrolet, you know, at the dealer. He's like, wow. You know, you already know how to do this. I already talked good about you, you know, come on with it. So we went, filled out the application. They liked me, got the job, and then I started from there. So that was probably like I'll say like 19, 20 years old. So, and then I was there. And I mean, as soon as I started there, I had it on my mind, like, I'm gonna learn a lot here, you know. So I just stayed there, you know, showed them what I had. Maybe like in 2 years, I moved up to an actual technician. Wow. And then it just went up from there, you know. I was at the dealership. I was actually a like certified in hybrids, like all electrical vehicles, the Chevy Bolts and all that stuff. I did all the electrical work and HVAC. At the dealership, they call it a trimmer. Right. So I was a trimmer, you know. So I did stuff here and there, transmissions, this and that I already knew how to do. But my specialty was electrical and AC.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I stayed there for maybe like 4 years, 4 or 5 years, saved up some money, and now we got the shop. Yeah.
Man, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years of knowledge and saving money.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great way to develop yourself before you even start your business.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, a lot of people might say, you know, sometimes they're like, man, I think you did it too quick, or, you know, I'm pretty sure you've heard also, like, well, the experience is where it's at, you know, but, I mean, to me, how can you gain experience without actually giving it a try, you know? Like, I got customers, we just got a big project, and he actually told me, how I actually told him, I was like, look, I would tell you, hey, I just built this car and this car like yours, and we did kind of the similar thing to it, but I was like, I can't, because, you know, I just opened,
right?
You know, so I was like, just, if you trust me, or if you put your trust in me, you know, I'll show you what we got to offer, and And yeah, he did. We got the project, closed on it, so we're gonna get it done. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. See, I love to hear elevation. Elevation is key, y'all. But we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back after these commercials. Welcome back to DFW Link, where we link you in with all entrepreneurs and business owners. We're still here with Luis. Man, his career line is amazing. Man, if y'all didn't pay attention to the first segment, go rewind and listen. This man has been through a lot of. He's only 25, just 25. So just
25.
just imagine you still have a long life to live, man. So you have a lot that you can accomplish.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe in you, man. I know you on a personal tip.
Yeah.
And from what I see, I already know you.
Yeah.
You're built for greatness.
Oh no, yeah, we're gonna get it done. I got that. Just how I had the shop behind my head, I had it. I still have it in my head. You know, it's not stopping here. You know, we keep going.
You got that hunger.
Yeah.
That's
you got to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was something I wanted to say too on the ending note from the last segment is, you know, some people do say, yeah, you started too early, or you probably should have stayed at, you know, Chevy for more years to get more experience. The thing about that is everybody has their own road to drive on. You know, I can look over at your road and tell you, hey, you probably shouldn't, you know, swerve to the right.
Yeah.
You shouldn't swerve to the left. But that's just me telling you off of my experiences.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you could tell somebody that, but at the end of the day, you probably learned more than I did in the time period that you were there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to judge looking from the outside in.
Yeah. I mean, it's always like that. I mean, you know, everybody knows the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, you know, so.
Exactly.
You might know. I mean, I could think I'm the baddest one, but you never know somebody else is better than me, you know?
Right.
You know, it's always somebody better than us and somebody that's always not too good like us, you know? So
right.
You just gotta, you're the best at what you do, or you think you're the best at what you do, somebody's probably better, you know? So
that's true.
Yeah.
And that should be motivation for us to just keep striving to be better. You know?
Definitely.
Speaking of being better, okay, you have the garage now. We talked about what led you to getting your garage. I have a question on the business aspect now.
Yeah.
Now, yes, when we're kids, you know, we have these dreams like, hey, I want to do this. Like me, I want to be a basketball player. You want to, you know, edit cars, you know, make cars look a certain way, a different way, faster, whatnot. But it's always a business side to all this.
Yeah.
So how did you deal with the business side coming in?
Man, I'll tell you, it's crazy, you know, like everything, I guess everything just comes at once, but you gotta learn it fast or you're behind, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, all the finances and stuff like that, a lot of people, I feel like that's why a lot of people don't continue with having the business, because they get tired of it, you know? It's a lot. I'll tell you that. It's a lot. Social media, messages, keeping up with everything, like people trying to come in and book appointments and do this and that, like it's a lot. And then you still got to do numbers, inventory, keep up with. I mean, I can say it's stressful, but I always have a mentality to where nothing stresses me. You know, anybody that knows me, they could tell you that I've never said, man, I'm stressed. You know, I've never said that, because I don't let it get to me. You know, I just go with the flow. You know, so numbers come in, I just separate them. You know, do what you got to do. Business side, get my revenue, get my inventory right, and you know, flow it through. So, I mean, I've never owned a business, you know, so I'm just learning as I go too.
Right.
You know, sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Google. You know, yeah. When I got my LLC, there we were Googling. Like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do this? I got an attorney to do everything, but sometimes when she wouldn't, I guess I'm a little too eager, and I would message her or email her like, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to see how we're gonna go about this, and I'll be like, man, she's taking too long. I'll just Google it, and then by the time she responded, I was like, oh, there you go. It's the same thing that I found out. But yeah, I mean, it's just I guess it's there's bad and goods in the business aspect, because I mean, I'm at work and I don't be thinking about the business stuff, but then I gotta make time when I go home to go all the invoices, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, it's I'll say it's a little handful.
Man.
Yeah, numbers and stuff.
And it seems like you kind of carry it over to when you're at home, you still working.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says it, you know, you got a business, you never stop working, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, just like the rap song, you know, I work all shifts. That's it. All shifts, yeah. I mean, right now, probably my phone's blowing up, probably just customers hitting me up, telling me, hey, how's my truck? You know, that's another thing, you know, you got to keep the customers updated, you know. That's true. Our first priority, you know, even if parts are not here, whatnot, we just got to keep it on the flow, you know, just flowing. That's what I tell my guys, like, hey, I got to keep it flowing. If something goes wrong, I'd rather know than you tell me the end of the week, hey, like, this happened, or, you know.
Right.
I'd rather fix it right there and then, or let the customer know, or we're going to get backed up 2-3 days or whatnot, you know, so.
And I hear you say your guys. So you have employees?
Yeah, I got my business partner. You've met him before, David.
Okay.
And then I have another guy too working with us. And then I have another guy that just comes in here and there. He's still learning, you know. So I saw the little hustle on him. So I was like, man, you know, why not? You know, so
right.
He wants to learn. He wants to see what he can be of himself. So I mean, he's like, I think 19, 18. So
okay, that's a good age.
So. Yeah, we just got me and David, you know, full-time there, handling everything. David handles most shop stuff. I'm more on the social media numbers, paperwork, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, then we just got another extra helper.
Man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
hoping
cool.
to get, by the end of the year, hoping to have a whole team. But we're getting there slowly but surely.
Now, how many people is the whole team?
My ideal shop to have maybe 5,000 to 6,000 square foot, couple lifts in there, a team maybe of 5-6 good mechanics.
Okay.
You know, so I could get at least one car to each of them, assign it, you know, get it done. Anybody needs help, you know, everybody. And I learned that from the dealer, you know, that's how the dealer works. Right. You know, everybody's assigned to their car. You get your RO, you get it assigned to you, you know, you go about the complaints. Customer says this and that. You start diagnosing. You know, you need help. There's some always there willing to help. You know, right. On some, I'll say some will be like, why am I gonna teach you? You know, I learned through the years and stuff. But you know, there's always that people. But I mean, other than that, everybody tries to help each other. You know, that's what I want. I just want to, at the end of the vision, I just want a whole team with everybody capable of doing everything and everybody helping each other, having fun, you know, going to shows, stuff like that. So,
man, yep, you got to keep your employees happy.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
So your business partner, or were y'all like childhood friends as well?
No, it's actually a little bit. A lot of people might be like, man, really? Like, I met him at the dealer. Oh, okay. So I was already a technician, and he came in and, you know, started changing the oil. You know, I saw the hustle on him. You know, like, I don't know why, but I always told my wife, like, man, I could see the hustle in people. Like, I could see if they want to work, if they're willing to do stuff, if they got that hunger, like, you know, they're just trying to strive. Like, I could see it. I don't know why, but, you know, even at the dealer, a new technician would come and, you know, the best box of them all, you know, $40,000, $30,000 box, and tools like crazy, like you name it, you know. And they came in, and man, I'm good. I'm the baddest technician. I'm gonna take everybody's word, because at the dealer we go by flag hours, you know. So if you don't flag hours, you don't eat. So you gotta say a car, maybe like, for example, we do the belts on your car, you know. It pays an hour, you know. So that's what we get paid. But we actually do it in 10 minutes. I still get my full hour, you know. So it's just depending how you roll. Like if you're fast, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to diagnose, you know, you get that car in. I might have 2 more that need a belt, just like yours. There you go, 3 hours and 20 minutes, you know.
Wow.
So that's how we did it. Yeah. So that's how all the dealerships in the nationwide, worldwide, I'm pretty sure they work like that. Most of the ones that I know, flag hours. So, but yeah, that's where I met him, and I seen the the little stripe on him too. You know, hustling, and he had his car. He was fixing it up. You know, putting this and that. We just got to talking. He had the little same mentality I had. You know, like cars and this and that, making them fast, stuff like that. We'll sit and talk about my car. He'll come over like to my area. I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, we just talk. But yeah, I mean, as far as now, I've probably been knowing him maybe like probably 3 years now. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of people might be like, man, you really like really trusted somebody like 2-3 years, you know, like you never know how people are, and you never know, you know, you never will.
That's
like,
true.
Somebody can turn your back whenever they want to, you know. But I mean, I see it in him, you know. I see him trying to strive, trying to get it through, you know. Little hard-headed, but you know, he always told me like, man, I see you like my big brother, you know. When we got to actually talking and about the business side and stuff, he's like, man, I see you like a big brother, you know, because he's only 21, you know, so he's a little bit younger than me. So, and a lot of people would tell him too, like, man, you're going too fast, like you're going too fast. But he would tell me, like, man, like, I don't know why people tell me that I'm going too fast, like trying to learn too fast or this and that, you know. But I mean, he even beat me. He was at changing oil, and then he got moved up in like, I would say 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
To pulling out engines. Yeah. So I guess they took, I wouldn't say advantage, but they needed somebody, and then they saw that he had that little hustle, so hey, come on with it, you know. Let's pull some engines. So yeah, he started doing that. He got trained by a good technician. We know been in the business. Man, he retired already. He's just doing like some like work at the hospital, like stuff like that. Just he's I forgot what you call it, like a chaperone for like a church chaperone.
Right.
He just goes around and, you know, gives people talks and stuff like that. So he actually got trained by him, and he was maybe in the business for, and I'll say like 40 plus years. I mean, he's like 62 right now.
Goodness.
Yeah, and he started at our age, and he would tell us too, you know, to be honest, I mean, now we're getting to talk about it. He's probably one of the guys that I'll say, you know, motivated, pushed it out of me, you know.
Right.
He'd always say like, man, I want you to do better than anybody else. Like, you know, like you do you go do your thing, you know. So he trained him, and he got some good experience out of it, you know, 20, 30, 40 years experience, you know. Like,
yeah, you got to get something out of it.
You know. So he'll bring a car in and diagnose it in 2 minutes. You'll be like, what? I'll be like, I already know. We already had this. Maybe I had one like this in 2001. Like, okay, I get, you know what I mean?
You got to repeat.
Yeah, that's where I guess that's where the experience comes in, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, after that we got to talking, and he always told me, you know, like, man, I look at you like a brother, you know, this and that. So I told him, you know what, let's go in it, you know. Like, I know that you probably don't have too much sense in like, opening a business. I was like, but that's why I'm bringing you as a partner, you know. Like, you're not gonna be like a vice president, or I'm not gonna expect you to talk to customers and deal with the problems, the numbers, you know. Like, just come in as a partner. I was like, come in as a partner, and then I was like, I hope one day, you know, you running this shop when I'm running something else or running another shop, you know. So that's the goal. Yeah.
So the goal is to open up multiple shops. You owning one, not owning one, but you running one and he's running another. Yeah.
Right now I got some going on. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger maybe by the beginning of the year. I'm I was actually thinking of getting a new truck, but I was like, nah. I thought about it, and my wife was like, man, why you need a truck right now? So, you know, I guess that's when the grown-up side comes in, you know, like, man, you know. So I think I'm gonna just I'm gonna get a truck, but a tow truck. So we're gonna go into the tow truck business. Yeah. So I told him, I was like, I want you to try to stand a little bit more behind the numbers and stuff. Like when I'm doing it, you know, just watching. I was like, because if that tow truck thing hits too, I was like, you're gonna see me over there. You're probably gonna be running the shop, you know. So
right,
yeah, and it helps us, you know, because sometimes I don't got tow truck drivers like, oh man, you're too far, or well, it's because I can't right now because I got this one and it's too far for me, or I'm all the way in Frisco and you're across town or stuff like that, you know. And sometimes we got customers that are like, hey man, I did something happen, I'm on the side of the highway, you know. And I got a trailer, and sometimes like I try to go, but it's too much, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. I gotta stop what I'm doing and close shop because I gotta take somebody with me to help me load the car or whatever's going on, you know. So
and that's stopping production.
Yeah, so I guess that's where the idea came, you know, of the tow truck. So
it's interesting. Y'all look out, Madtown Tow.
There you go.
But we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back with my man Luis. Y'all stay tuned.
I'm in the big leagues. Tony don't miss me.
Welcome everybody to DFW Linked. We are still here with Luis. Yes, and Luis has informed us a lot about his business and his trials and tribulations that he's been facing, you know, going into starting his business as well. We got the business aspect of how he started. Yeah, we have the educational part of how he started. Overall, it's really amazing because you're showing what a lot of young people are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
They are implementing the experiences that they're learning at a fast pace and going out on their own and starting their businesses at an early age. You know, like what you said earlier, a lot of people say that, yeah, you probably doing it early, but in reality, this is stuff that they could have did back in the day as well.
Yeah.
But it's more resources out here now.
Yeah.
So I first of all, I want to commend you. I want to say I am proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Especially I'm glad that you invited me to your grand opening.
Yeah.
The tears that I saw, those were genuine.
Yeah.
You know, and it actually warmed my heart because this is a guy that actually loves what he does. He actually loves what he does. He's passionate about it. So, speaking of you being passionate about it, I'm gonna go back to what you were saying about one of your employees. You said the extra help you have. He's 19 years old.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned that you saw the drive in him.
Yeah.
And even not even just with him, even your business partner.
Yeah.
So it's like, would you say you feel like you're called to kind of like guide people and mentor people?
I could say a little bit. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to say that, y'all come to me for advice or, you know, but
right.
I mean, I could say like how I said it already. I don't know why, but I could see it. You know, I could see that drive. Like I could see somebody just, you know, messing around like, oh yeah, I really want it, but they don't really want it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could see somebody that really there to hustle, you know, like day by day, like, hey, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, let's do it, you know.
Right.
I don't know why. I just can see it, you know. It's hard to explain. Like I try to tell my wife, like, man, it's because they just how they look, like how their work ethic, like I don't know. It's just
something you feel.
Yeah, too many. A lot of factors come in, you know, that I guess makes that little me to tell where, you know, if they're gonna have that hustle or they don't, you know.
Right.
So,
well, that's good. And we also have to go in on the family, man.
Yeah.
So how does your wife handle all this? Like, is she very supportive? Like,
oh yeah, she's really supportive. I mean, to where she does invoices herself, you know. She's at her actual job, you know. Sometimes like, oh, you need this and that, boom, she shoots them over because she works at an office, you know. So
perfect.
She gets in the computer, probably sends something over, you know, like I need this email or do this or, you know. But she helps a lot, you know. And not even that, but even with the kid, you know, sometimes like when I was still at the dealership and having to go over to the shop in the afternoons and stuff, like, man, I'll get home to like 12 or 1, you know, because I'll get out the dealer and then I'll go to the shop.
Right.
And then it was just back and forth, you know, so she'll go to the shop with us, spend the time. You know, I'm pretty sure when you shot that video that she was there, you saw her, so bring some food over, stuff like that. But I mean, small stuff and all the way to whatever you think this is big, she's there, you know, she's always been there. So
always.
Yeah.
So that's dope. How long y'all been married?
We got married and she's gonna see this, she's gonna be like, you don't know. Nah, we got married. I always get confused because 20 and 21, so I know it's 7-7, and I think it's 20 in 2020 because we've been married. Yeah, we've been married 4 years. No, it's actually like 2019.
Oh,
Yeah, we've been married like 4 years. Yeah,
oh, congratulations.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we've been this July we're 4 years.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
And I got
about.
married early too, so I found a good one that I'm gonna reel her in before she leaves, right?
Hey, a real man does that. That's what a real man
Yeah,
does.
that's another thing that, you know, comes in doing stuff fast, because a lot of people are like, man, you know, I think you're going a little bit too fast. I got married at like 21, you know, and I got my house at 21 too, you know, so
Wow.
yeah, so everybody like, dang, like, you know, and me with my parents' help, everybody's help, you know, we make stuff happen, you know, working, hustling, you know, you gotta get that money to get where you want to, you know. I mean, money, I'll tell you what, money's not everything in life, but, you know, you gotta get it, you know, there's no
Right.
doubt about it, you know, you gotta get it. But I always try to put family, everything first before the money, but at the end of the day, just like you and me, you know, everybody else, they leave the house to go chase the money.
Right.
You know, that's what we got to do. You know, there's bills to be paid. There's stuff that you want, you know, toys that you want. You know, everybody has a little different motto, but
Right.
yeah, everybody definitely is there for everybody, you know. So
I'm glad you said that, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people need to hear that money is not everything.
yeah,
You know, we do understand that, yes, we do need money to survive, to have a
Yeah.
house, you know, have food, you know, clothes on our back. We know these things. And it's like they just push that on us constantly, especially through social media and
Yeah.
just everything, even the economy, you know. And it's just great to hear young people understanding that it's more to life,
yeah,
you know. And that's why you're going to continue to prosper.
yeah. And I mean, I think I also see people that I see why they come from, because a lot of people say, like, perhaps I gotta go get the money. Either I'm with y'all as a family or I'm over here, you know, but
Right.
or I can lose something, you know. But I'll tell you something, coming from deep down my heart, I'm not scared to lose nothing I got,
Right.
because I know I can start from the bottom and come all the way up again. And I know, and I'm not at the top, you know. I'm just
Right.
barely trying to start, you know. So a lot of people might look at me or look at what I got and be like, man, like, he got money and this and that, you know, this and that, you know. But I mean, we've been hustling for quite a bit years now, but so I mean, it's got to pay off somehow, some way. So we're getting there, though, trying to make everything plan accordingly and have everything settled in with the shop, stuff like that. So
And you are, I think sometimes we get lost. We get lost in the sauce because you are actually doing far better than a lot of people,
yeah,
you know. And not to like put anybody down or anything like that, but we just tend to forget to actually count our blessings,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of person that I don't really like to brag or
Right.
I'm doing better than you, you know, like
Exactly.
I don't even like people to say it, you know, like,
Right.
man, you're 25, you got your house, this is like, I know, but I don't, you know, I guess I don't like to make people feel a certain way or, you know, like bad towards themselves or even towards me, you know, because they might be like, man, this fool right here, you know, like, what he think he is, you know. I don't know, just me, you know. I don't really like people saying that or telling me or even me bragging about it, you know. I just, how I told you, I just go with the flow, you know. Learn as I go, take everything in as I can, and, you know, just make it happen.
But that's the sad part about it, you know. It's like people can't take your accomplishments and see it as, oh well, hey, I could do that too.
Yeah.
You know, or this can motivate me.
Yeah.
Besides hating on him.
Yeah.
You know, because that's hate when people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always gonna be that, you know, that
right.
is what it is, you know, like
That's true.
there's good and there's evil.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be it. You know, you never know when you get good, when you get evil. It's just a way of life, I guess. You know, you gotta run through it once in your life, you know, like
Right.
or maybe a little bit more than others, you know, but I mean, it's there, you know. It's not like it's, and whoever doesn't get it or something, or, you know, show me that way, you
Right.
know. But yeah, I mean, there's always obstacles, you know, stuff like that. How you said hate, you know, not even just hate, but family problems. Who knows, you know? It's just different ways of life, different perspectives. So, just gotta, I guess everybody handles their life how we should, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Or how they see it, or how they want to handle it.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's right.
has options
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know. So this interview has been fantastically great. I just must say that. So Luis, can you at least let us know about any events you got coming up that you want to let the people know?
Yeah, so this Sunday, December 4th, we're having a Toy for Tots out in North Walton Walker Boulevard off of 35.
Okay.
It's behind Flamingo Dallas. It's a club. One of my good buddies. I know him because of cars too. You know, I actually just met him on the grand opening. I knew about him,
Uh-huh.
you know, and then we just like I knew his cars or whatever because my other buddy, he has a shop and he actually worked on his cars. So
Right.
and I man, this car is so and so's, you know. I'm like, okay, so he came out to the grand opening and we actually met there, and you know, been kicking it, you know, like, hey, what's up, or this and that, like, let's make it happen. And he's like, man, he's like, let's do it behind it, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so that's another guy I'm probably sending you over, you know, so you can get some interviews going on too. But yeah, I mean, we're doing it there. It's just basically, you know, raise some toys, you know, I'm actually doing it for the organization my sister's in. She's actually has like a organization where she has like kids and foster kids and stuff like that. So we're going to donate everything towards them. And then at the same time have a car show, you know, like something to take home for you. We got placards, best of show, best paint, you know, stuff like that. And then we got DJ, food vendors, you know, so it's a little, we even got Santa coming in from the North Pole, you know.
What?
You know, take the kid. Yeah, pictures with Santa, stuff like that, you know, so.
Make sure he don't defrost. This is Texas.
Right. Yeah, no, but yeah, we got Santa going out. A lot of little activities for the kids and, you know, cars, you know, obviously.
Hey.
And yeah, a little bit of everything, you know. Have a good time.
Y'all make sure y'all check into it. We will leave a link down below. Well, all the information, so y'all can check into it and actually come by and be a part of it. Okay. Also, how about you let everybody know exactly where your shop is, you know, phone numbers, Instagram, any social medias that you have, websites. Let everybody know on air.
Yeah, so our name of the company, Madtown Garage. We're located in Terrell, Texas. It's 15898 State Highway 205. A lot of people might say it's far, but it's worth the drive. You can find us on social media, you know, Madtown Garage, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you know. We're going to start some vlogging pretty soon. We're actually going to vlog the event on Sunday, you know, from start to finish, how we load the cars up, how we load up the tent, how we set up, you know, behind the scenes, you know. So
Right.
we're going to have a little behind the scenes and upload it to YouTube. But yeah, I mean, any social media, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, under Madtown Garage. And then y'all ever want some work, you can reach us at 469-335-2136. So let us know. We build you a mad car, you know, cam, nitrous, headers, whatever, you know. Just make sure to hit us up. Go check out my work on Instagram, Facebook, see what we're working with.
Well, y'all heard it here first. Here at DFW Link. So we're about to speed on out of here. I'm gonna have to get some of them nitrogen in my car.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully they didn't hear that. I don't need laws to know. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Please tune in next weekend. We will have another guest. But until then, y'all enjoy the week. Tune in to my man Madtown. And y'all have a blessed week. Peace and hair grease.